I haven't really seen anybody flying ships, though, very much. It's all just kind of... I see people just moving around. But I hope you're enjoying it, and thank you for bringing peeps by. Guys, come on in. I put chat first, game second. We're just trying to help some people out. Where did Fever go? Or Freaky V? Freaky V! Are you still here, buddy? But that's what I would tell you to do, Loin. Is fashion something like this together. Don't auto-strut robotics. Auto-strutting robotics are dangerous. Have a counterweight for your rover. That way you can transfer fuel, even if you need to. If you go to your fuel tanks here, you can put a fuel line from like here to here or something. That way you have one, and it goes with that. That way you can transfer fuel. And then you can transfer your fuel over and stuff. You're working on building a new rocket. Alright. Did you want me to show you over to Rendezvous and walk you through it, or are you just gonna go on your own? You use rigid attachment? You got balls of steel, my friend. I would never do that. So yeah, that'll be what I tell you to build, is something like this. Because if you use the Cheetah with a smaller vessel like this, you got like 4,000 Delta V at 2.0 TWR. It should be more than enough to carry you and a craft on and off of Duna and then refuel it. And then you're good to go. Alright, Freaky. Good luck, buddy. Okay, so we got that built. We got the 50-ton thing built. Let's go... Let's start building a space station. Grav was melting asteroids with his space lasers while flying around. I got you. Gotcha. Witcher from Friday to YouTube? Yeah, add it to the playlist, OMIM. It's my playthrough. We're continuing it. Starbase stream when? No. I'll save that for the cool kids. Yeah, that was a continuation of the playthrough, OMIM. Oh god, TJ, that picture's horrifying. You didn't see it? I know you didn't see it. Alright, I need water. Guys, I have a new sellout incentive if you're interested. We have beard dye. Tips or bits, $25 is chroma key green. And then 20 is one of 5 colors. We got red, blue, yellow, purple, or gray. It's silverish color. And then I got hot nuts for tomorrow, starting tomorrow. Reaper pepper nuts. That'll be 300 bits, or it'll be on the wheel that we're getting tomorrow. And I ate one earlier. They're hot. And we're gonna have Vegemite, and we're gonna have all kinds of stuff. It's gonna be a thing. Hot nuts. Yeah, I'm gonna put hot nuts in my mouth tomorrow, Cameron. I know I am at least once. Hot nuts in my mouth. But they're not your hot nuts. They're my hot nuts in my mouth. What was that old rumor about Marilyn Manson? I got the bottom 2 ribs removed. Demonetization? What are you talking about? I'm talking about peanuts. What are you talking about? Just don't depress your tongue and say the word peanuts. Unless you really, really, really want to. I'm mixing my water flavoring. Monetization backwards would be like Noitazit Enam. Alright, how do we look? Oh, I'm getting better at this. They're the same. I love it. I use 1 packet of flavoring for 2 bottles of water. I can almost do 3. Okay. Thank you, oh my. Dork. All right. We are building space station parts. We got to assemble space stations. Now, the other day we drew up the Mun refueling station, and we actually did a pretty good job with getting it all together. Now, I need to figure out. We need to do a new one for the space stations around Kerbal and around Jewel. So we need to figure out all the parts and pieces. I want to build a skeleton, and then I want to break it up into docking ports and chunk it into payloads that we can actually put out. So this is going to be let's do 9999, and this is going to be the Kerbal Jewel Space Stations skeleton. All right. Each piece has to be independent of itself because it has to be launched in a specific way and pieced together out in space. And they got to be 8 tons each. So, yeah, ST, that's my blueprint. My name's not Bill, though. We need a docking port. We're probably going to attach, let's see, the core of the space station. How much does this weigh? 3.41 tons. We gotta put an adapter on it though. It's gotta look dignified. So we'll grab an adapter here and do this. Grab this. This will be our space station main. I can put this on it. Wait. It can store things and I can put people in it? What? I didn't know that. We're putting struts in this bad boy. You're getting struts. So these are 0.05 a piece. I wish I could copy like this over to that, but I can't. I can only move it. John, I agree, especially when they stack. Oops. Especially when they stack. You wouldn't need struts if I had mods? Okay. Or I can just play the way the game is developed. I could also just have the rockets fly by themselves if I had MechJeb. Have perfect delta V calculations, put everything out. Why don't we just do that too while we're at it? I can also download the mod that gives me more different engines. That way we can have the perfect setup going out and then orbit a Kerbal. We can be the most efficient. We can even tweak the delta, the efficiency of all of our engines using the mod that shrinks and makes things bigger. Why don't we do that too while we're at it? Already seeing you use auto strut. Yeah, but we're gonna be putting pieces together via docking ports. Add to montage. I don't play with mods, dude. You've been in here before, you know that. We gotta strut pieces to pieces while they're out in orbit. STX. Because they'll wiggle and wobble and everything else. Alright, I want to duplicate this piece over here. So we're already at 9.3 tons. We're already heavier than we should be. Which really, really sucks. Didn't have that much time to watch streams consistently? No problem, dude. You're still welcome to come in here and jam. Takes the hitchhiking off. That's how we have the struts on there. Let me think here for a minute. I just gotta take some struts out. That's all. I didn't know they were getting that heavy that fast. Can you come in here and jelly? You sure can. There's an old joke about that makes me laugh. What's the difference between jelly and jam? This is lewd, by the way. I can't jelly my D into your... Ha ha ha, that's funny. Okay. Let's take some struts out. The volume? Nah. Have you? That face made it, thank you. Alright. We've got Bobo tonnage. Bobo tonnage. This is station piece number 1. We're gonna have to ship up some docking ports too, so we can put some docking ports around. But that looks like the winner for first piece. Why would I put... We just got the tonnage down. If I put RCS on it, we're going to add the tonnage back up. I can't afford RCS, John. We're going backwards. Bye, Yoshi. Have a good night, dude. Alright, so that's 8 tons. Now, that's module 1. That's why you're asking. I usually don't use RCS at all, John. For being honest. So I'm going to call this A. Alright, and then B is going to build off of this. It's going to be, I know it won't, but it'll be, it should be drag positive. We should be fine. Like if anything, I can attach it to the stage right now and launch it. And you'll see that it's going to go up and be just fine. In fact, we can take this off. In fact, we can probably take more of it off. Let's see. Stand by. Where you at? Hello? There you are. Let's reroute to this. And then I can take this off, and take this off, and then put this here, and port in staging. And then we've got that into here. That'll launch, I think. 49,383. So without the fairing, we're actually better on fuel, it might be. 49,603. Haha! Let's go! Let's launch it, baby. Might want a couple of struts. Why? We're fine. Everything's fine. We're fine. You like the pick on the vid? Thanks, dude. I worked hard on those thumbnails, man. Go. I think we're fine. Yeah, thumbnails. Like I'm about to now? No, I think we're good. Eek. That works. Oh, like this. There we go. Get that out of your system. Nope, you're not done yet. Come on, dude. No, we're too heavy. No. Oh, come on. What a bunch of crap. We got this. We got this. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Just give me a second. What a bunch of poop. We'll fix it. We just gotta go a different route. Small reaction wheel? Nah, we just gotta go a different route. We're fine. We're just gonna be looking into the eye of the docking port. Go, rocket, go! We're not gonna start turning yet. Is my strategy. Okay. So then we're gonna do this, and we're gonna wait until we are out of. Well, it's gonna do this first because I willed it to. Then it's going to do it again. Then we're going to start turning. Like this. Hey, look, we did it! We just had to do a couple of flips first, right? It's all part of the manual. Go up, do flips, orbit. Doing an Iron Man mode. Hell yeah, dude. You lost 2 Kerbals? Yeah, we did a hard mode run through a while back where we had Kerbal's permadeath. We lost Jeb on the very first mission. Yeah, we lost a bunch of tourists too. I think if you use exclamation point KSP roster, it still has all the stats. We just haven't got rid of the command yet. I think that's still a thing. No, it's just roster. Yeah, there you go. That's my old hard mode run after everything was said and done. The first page has all the stats of everybody who died. It used to have clip links. Those clip links don't work anymore. I've got them downloaded, though. You delete the save? You know, if you're playing on normal mode, they come back after 2 hours, right, John? Were you aware of that, or are you just being sarcastic? What's up, Cameron? Hey, we made it into space. I, for one, definitely threw away a save after losing all your Kerbals. Yeah, they come back after a little bit if you're playing in normal mode. They respawn. They're set by default. They just show up in your astronaut complex. I treat it like hardcore where the depth is concerned. Oh, I got you. Yeah, we lost both of our pilots in the first few missions, and we had to start flying ships with engineers and scientists until I found another Kerbal, or until I unlocked a probe core. It was definitely a challenge. Thankfully, though, we didn't have to restart a hard mode run on this. We did it all in one shot. Three, two, 1, 0. What's up, Anth? How are you, buddy? It's good to see you. Hope you're well. What are your objectives? Exclamation point 50. We'll tell you exactly what my objectives are. $203 Delta V. Oh, for the hard mode? My objective for the hard mode was to put a 3-man crew, scientist, pilot, engineer, on every celestial body in the game. And that was the end of my hard mode playthrough. And we actually did it. Let me find the picture. I'll show it to you. I made a collage. So I took a picture of all of them on every single body, but then I made a collage that I tweeted out. That should be right here somewhere. KSP. There's a lot of Kerbal files because I made thumbnails and stuff, and what I did. So also what I did, W, is I made my own lifters. I made recoverable lifters to save money, and they were 4,000 Delta V at 10 tons, 20, 40, 80, and 160. That way I can keep my money close. And we tried to recover everything that we launched out. Who got the honor of getting stranded on Eve? I don't remember their names. Huh. You lost Jeb in 4 lunar orbit tourist when the moon sucked us back after aerobraking went wrong. Feel sorry for the Kerbals that got sent to the sun. We do have a sun base here. I'll show you the sun base while I look for the other ones. I'll pull up my bot over here. I'm on 2 PCs, so I got to move an image over to my bot in Discord, open it up as a URL, and then open it up here on the internet here on this end. There's the sun base there. Let me find the other ones though. Here we go. Oh, that one says large. Let's grab that one. Here's where they all are. So I called they were bases. I called the final base build a Kram, K-R-A-M, and it was the Kerbal, or sorry, K-R-A-H-M-S, and it was the Kerbal. Oh, what was it called? It was an acronym for something. I can't remember the whole acronym anymore. But it was a HAB module. And what happened was, the reason why it was called crams is because all these modules here were crammed into the vessel. And with a hotkey, they came out, and then the ladders came down. So we had one. There's Sun, Moho, Eve, Gilly, and in each planet, on each moon, I tried to get a picture of the planet in between the solar panels. Then we've got, I don't have Kerbin because Kerbin's easy, but we got Mun. Mun didn't have an image of Kerbin I could pick up. There's Minmus, there's Duna, there's Ike. We've got, this is Drace. This is Jewel. Then we've got Val. No, this is Lathe, Val, Pole, Bop, Tylo, and then this right here is Elu. But yeah, they were all. If you notice, they got different engines for different applications because some of them had needed different stuff to land in certain areas. But they were all really cool. And I had deployable science. So each one had deployable science and had ladders, and they had a 3-man crew on every single one. I should have taken a picture with the 3-man crew, but I didn't. And here's a picture of this one with our Eve helicopter. It was our infinite electricity Eve helicopter that we flew for 18 hours across the surface of Eve. You see the deployable science in some of the pictures. But the sun didn't have a surface you can land onto, and Joule didn't have a surface. But we had the cram module still showing off. But yeah, that was our hard mode playthrough. It took us about 400 hours to get to this point because I was taking my time. Money was a big issue. We ended up, so we launched all of these with our last dime, and by the time we landed on all of this, we had science converting into money. By the time we landed and got all the science out, we had made $5 million. And the ones who needed the parachutes had the parachutes. We didn't need the parachute for Duna, but we needed it for Eve. We had one here for Moho. I don't remember why I did that. The same crash I think I built for Eve and Moho. I just forgot to take the parachute off. And the parachute actually, not on this ship, but on another one, it doubled as a docking port cover. Anth, you're very right. That's why we had to do 18 hours hardcore. We did about 3 hours of stream across 5 or 6 streams. I was like, guys, welcome to We're Playing Kerbal. We're gonna fly the helicopter for 3 hours, and we'd pitch it up, we'd have it going, and I would talk to chat for 3 hours. That's how we did it. All right, so this thing has to run down and blow up. Well, STX, that's why I made recoverable rockets. I'll show you the recoverable fleet. I actually loaded them into this save because someone else wanted to see them once upon a time. They go against my 50-ton limit for this challenge, but I can still show them to you. Survive! It's not going to survive. It's going to dink and blow up. Yep. There goes the last part. What speed were you able to get out of it flying? If I cranked it all the way full speed, I can go about 60, 70 meters a second, but we were using energy doing that. If I wanted to stay infinite, it was about 44 as a maximum. Anth. And I don't have the old helicopter, but I have the new helicopter in this load too, because people wanted to see it. So right here was one of our lifters. Dirk, Mace, Maul. I'll do the sword. This was 4,000 Delta V at 20 tons. And this was the brain that I had in every stage that was able for it to be recovered. It has a probe core, a relay, and parachutes, and they can come back from orbit. And I tried to land them as close to KSC as possible. So this was the sword, which was 20 tons. Oh, right there's all the stats. 20 ton, 187 light orbital lifter. And then I had the Dirk. Dirk was 10 tons.